Yo, yeah, this your boy King Ed the Great, Rick Capo, coming at y'all with episode 280. That's right, sponsored by Buddy Boy Entertainment and Da Vinci Clothing. We hitting y'all up with another banging show with my man T-Max with the facts in the building.
Yeah, it's Friday night and we about to do it right. Once again, OCC up in the building, man. And we about to get this thing going. So, King, you know, and we of course we do it with our co-host, a lot of Sandman and Lady Chinchilla, who's so illa. So, King, tell our guests about our audience rather about our guest tonight.
This man coming here, this young man here is repping from the flyest city in the East Coast, Harlem, New York.
Yep.
One of the dopest up and coming rappers up here. Son of the legendary DJ SNS. He's been putting it down on the underground for the past several years, bringing that Harlem flavor, bringing that sauce. So, despite all the technical difficulties and what we've been going through tonight, unfortunately couldn't get Sandman on. Hopefully we could try to get him on throughout the show. But nevertheless, courtesy of my man, Jakk Doe, big birthday shout out to you. We're going to bring on our guest of the night, Mr. SNS. Pull up, brother.
Hey, what's going on, man? How y'all living out there?
What's going on, man?
They're trying to get these technical difficulties fixed, but, you know, we in the building. They can't stop our shine here.
Of course not. It's destined. We here, man.
Definitely, man. Look, much love from OTC to you up in Harlem City, man. We're so honored, we're so privileged to have you on, man. You know,
hey,
and
man,
listen to
the pleasure is all mine.
Definitely,
I appreciate y'all for having me.
Definitely, man. And listen, look, with some of the burners that, you know, you had toasted up with, you know what I'm saying, that we opened up the show with, man, look, it's obvious, man, that you definitely, like King said, one of the up-and-coming young gunners, you know, ready to blast off, you know, into the stratosphere of superstardom doing what you do, man. You know, and the gene pool already come from genius because of, you know, your father, which was greatness was passed down, man. So,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, tell, you know, so, yeah, the floor is yours, Dunn. Tell our audience all about you, you know, how you started, you know, what inspired you to start rapping, you know, and just everything, man.
Well, you know, I'm at the time, I was just a young kid coming up in Harlem, you know what I'm saying? Where in Harlem you could be pretty much popular for a whole lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? You could be the popper hustler, you could be the popper rapper, you could be the popper DJ, you could be the flyest person, you know what I'm saying? You could be the dude that get all the girls, you could be the go-getter girl, there's all sorts of lanes you could be popping and popular in Harlem and all that, you know what I'm saying? Me coming up, I always had an ear for music and stuff like that. When I was I started writing like around 11, 12. I was in the crib with my moms and my step-pops. My step-pops used to cut my hair at the time, and he would rap like over like the music that was playing, like rapping at me, like as if like he was battling me, you know what I'm saying? So at one point, I never had nothing to say, so one time I just wrote something in the back of my notebook for the next time that he cut my hair, and once he cut my hair again, he had another rap for me, and once he was about to walk away, I had a rap for him. He was shocked, and from there we did it a couple times, and I just started loving the beauty of writing raps and stuff like that, and once I needed a whole nother book because I was writing from the back of the book up to the front of the book where all my schoolwork was at. So once I seen that, I needed to write another book. I know this was something that I really, really enjoyed doing. It started like one of those when you're a kid growing up, you got like this certain hobby that you really, really love doing. You know, there's people. Mine was basketball and writing raps. But as I got older, I started loving I love that so much, the writing the raps, you know what I'm saying? That was my thing. And my mom's was actually the one who told me I needed to have 16 bars and a verse and all that. So, and all that. So when she told me that, it used to be therapeutic for me when I used to take the train. I would write my raps there and stuff like that. And then after a while, like when I became like 15, 16, 17, I mean, LimeWire was pretty much popping. And from 12 to 16, I would try to get my pops to be on my campaign when it came to the music. But when I first started writing the music, I was more of a conscious rapper. Like I was rapping more about stuff that was a little more ahead of my time. And, you know, my pops was heavy in the parties and real big party DJ. And, you know, Mace was in, and a whole bunch of other artists was in that gave you a bunch of feel-good music. So he wasn't really trying to heal that. He seen the skill, but not enough to you know, feel like this could be something for me. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't really on my campaign like that. But later on, as I grown up, I started to do other things. Like when I around 16, 17, I'm partying. So, you know, by that time, I'm writing a lot of party music at this point. And then even still, I was trying to get my pops to spin my records and stuff like that. But that wasn't on the agenda at first. And I understood it in hindsight now. You know what I'm saying? But one of the first DJs to play me was Cypher Sounds, and he played me on Hot 97. So he played me before my pops played me. So at that point in Harlem, like I kind of got popular at that point. And then at that time, you couldn't just have one song on the radio and then fade away. Like, you know what I'm saying? You had to, or you would get fried. They'd fry you over there. You know what I'm saying? So at that point is where I had to keep the rapping going. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Yeah,
now, when you look at Harlem,
about hearing about a kid. Yeah, I was going to say, man.
Go ahead.
That's what's dope. That's very dope and refreshing. Like, I could tell that you talking with us that you have a knack for wanting to rap, because sadly we live in a time where you have a lot of people in this era, they just feel like they just using the rap as just a way to get their hustle up. I could tell from your voice that you passionate about really being the best of your era.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, like, my favorite rapper of all time is Hov, you know what I'm saying? And of course, that's a person who loves his craft, and he's a billionaire. Of course, a lot of the things that he did to help him get to a billionaire wasn't all music, but music was the foundation, and he still had to be Jay-Z to be this big billionaire that he is. So the money, I'm from Harlem, bro. I could get money 1,000 ways. You know what I'm saying? It's more to that for me. You know what I'm saying? It's more about the love that I always have with this. Like, my mom's told me that in Vogue's Hold On was the reason that I started walking. So, like, music is just something that's really in my blood. I know it's cliche to say that, but it's really there. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is what always was it for me. Like, I like basketball a lot. I would play ball, but I knew even thinking about it, I always was just more in the music. Like, even in high school, I'm battling people because I'm seeing it on the Smack DVDs and all that. So this hip hop was always in it. When at a point in time when people was buying video games, I bought video games, but I bought more mixtapes than any game. You know what I'm saying? I had mixtapes. I'm buying mixtapes from downtown and all that stuff like that, at Harlem Music Hut and stuff like that. Like, I was buying a whole lot of mixtapes just listening to music. You know what I mean? So this always been, and of course, I definitely want to be the best in my era, like, because Hov is the best of all time to me. And I met him in 4040 one time in 2013, and my pops introduced us, and I told him I was coming for his crown. So I got to be a man of my word.
Well, definitely one thing, about it, man, S is, coming up in Harlem, shout outs, the 139th and 125th, among other spots, you know what I'm saying? Definitely you come from such, from just your, from your borough. I mean, from the hustlers, like, Guy Fisher, you know what I'm saying? Pee Wee Kirkland. You know what I mean? So,
Rich Porter.
Cam. Yeah, Rich Porter,
Cam.
Cam.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Cam. It's a whole, I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of hustlers. And that's what's the crazy thing is, because of the movies and the things that have been out so much, they only shed light on a few of the hustlers that came out of Harlem, but it's a lot of Papa Harlem hustlers that should be celebrated too. I try to use them in my music because of course I know Rich Porter and all those, but those are like so taboo, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know what I mean? But above all things, we are known as a hustler's area, you know what I'm saying? We always know how to, and I could say that, like, even when how me and Kid the Wiz, like when me and Kid the Wiz did Love Come Down, like before that, when I taught Kid the Wiz how to make beats. So at the time he did that, he was turned out because in the light there was a movement called Life Beat. There's a culture that spawned music such as Chicken Noodle Soup and 5000 and Love Come Down and things like that.
Right.
Like that when Kid the Wiz see me, I used to make beats for that culture, heavy. Kid the Wiz see me sell those beats on CDs for $10. That turned him out. He was 14 at the time, you know what I'm saying? So like it was, I always felt anything I was a passion for, I knew this could be a hustle. Everybody had great hustle, but it's like I feel like music wise, I wouldn't say we at the back burner of it, but I would say like we never had a chance where we let it because it's not a lot of artists that came out of Harlem that got to like that superstardom. You know what I'm saying? Like Brooklyn and Queens, I felt like got a lot of those artists and some in the Bronx, but Harlem only like had a handful, and I think we all know the handful. So I want to be one of those guys that reach that superstardom of being able to rap and being able to make, because Harlem, you know, for a lot of things. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could be the spitter, but we love to have fun in Harlem. So I like to kind of have that to be, you know what I'm saying? I kind of like to show that. I kind of like to show all elements of Harlem in that, because I feel like certain areas of certain rappers, you only get maybe one side of them. You might get the streets, or you may get just the parties. You might not get a plethora of things that you think about when you think of Harlem in one rapper. So I try to be that. I try to be the element of all that.
Definitely. And, you know, y'all also birthed one of the, you know, the founding fathers of modern hip-hop culture, of course. I would be remiss to not mention, you know, the great, you know, legendary DJ K. Slay, you know, the Drama King.
Absolutely,
you know
absolutely. One of the mixtape pioneers. And I don't think, well, see, nobody in my generation is gonna know this. But see, this is me just having an old song.
Right.
But we got Kumo D.
Okay, yeah.
To be more iconic, you know what I'm saying? To be not putting down K. Slay. Of course we know K. Slay's a legend, but you know, I'm talking about even before his time, when he's the fan of music that he come up from. You know what I'm saying? When you got the Canes and the Rakims and all that. We got Kumo D, you know what I'm saying? Kumo D comes from the west side of Harlem. He actually comes from my neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like, you know what I mean? So that's one of those things I like to start saying more too in this generation, because not everybody, I don't think everybody really know that. So you know what I mean? And I'm from the west side of Harlem, and he had a record called The Wild Wild West, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know, 129th Street, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just like that. So I wanted to be one of those type of artists, you know what I'm saying, that get to that superstar status, and to give that superstar status that can shed light more on Harlem, so they can at least flood the gates like how Brooklyn and Queens did it. Because I feel like there has never been a generation where there hasn't been Brooklyn and Queens artists, at least, you know what I'm saying? I can name eras where it was just Dipset, or it was just Mace, or it was just the ASAP Mob, and now it's East. You know what I'm saying? So, but, you know, Brooklyn, we could count on all of our hands right now how many Brooklyn artists that came out of here, and how many Queens artists, you know what I mean? And so that's how I'm trying to do it.
Definitely, man. And, you know, New York, you know, is so iconic because that is, you know, that's the Mecca. You know, this is where, you know, of course, 1520, you know, Sedgwick Avenue, you know, in the Bronx, you know,
Absolutely.
DJ Kool Herc, you know, that's where it all started,
Absolutely.
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, and as it, you know, spread out to the boroughs, you know, it's like everybody had their representatives. Of course, you know, Wu-Tang, Long Island, you know, KRS in the Bronx, you know, Queensbridge, you know, in Queens, you know what I'm saying? You got Cool G Rap, you know, Nas, late great, you know, Chinks Drugs, you know, French Montana. I mean, it's just so many, man. You know,
yeah,
and
New York definitely has a plethora of talented artists out there. You know what I'm saying? That's graced the culture. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, we gonna always have spitters out there. You always have musicians out here. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, you know what I mean? I feel like that makes it even harder, you know, especially because of the new era we in, because now all the newer artists starting to sound like one way. So it being that there's so many of them, it's kind of like hard for you to like see some of the people that are like special, that really stand out in the city right now, because it's kind of like one lane right now. That's popular.
Now, for what I've been observing with you, man, looking at your freestyles, I see you tearing it up on the DJ K Slay joint, the Funk Flex joint.
Yeah.
Do you feel that within this era, do you feel that the art of the freestyle is being lost, or do you see it coming back?
I'm not gonna lie. I would say the art of the freestyle thing is definitely lost, but there's platforms that still got a great platform that people are able, that people look for those freestyles, like a LA Leakers or Funk Flex. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's certain Clue still does it sometimes. So it's certain places where you can still do those, but it's like it's not any. You got the BET Hip Hop Awards ciphers and things like that. And I'm not even gonna say the XXL because I don't feel the XXL freshman cipher or those freestyles really. We can't really count those versus the ones that I'm talking about right now. So I feel like those are like new songs that they just make with a popping beat to it. You know what I mean? But the other ones that I did mention, those is where you really showcase your skill. So I would say those, you still got prominent platforms that showcase it, and people look for it on those platforms, but it's not enough. You know, back in when every platform would tell a rapper, yo, spit something, but because there's so many rappers that is not cut from that type of cloth, all those prominent platforms that could, they wouldn't, because they think majority of the artists won't even do it, won't even rap. So it's just like, why bother? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you know, as the paradigm shift has changed so much in terms of, King and myself, Sandman, Chinchilla, we're older, so we saw the trajectory in terms of how what you had is the spontaneous metrics of the hip hop essence in terms of freestyling, it is a spontaneous art. It's a very meticulous art. It's an imaginative art that you really have to have your words together. But as we've seen over the years, for what the definitions of what real hip hop has come to, it's kind of changed. From everywhere from the music to the fashion, to everything. So, as you said, it's not like it once was in terms of what the onus has been put for certain elements of it.
Absolutely.
And as growing up in Harlem, hold
on, T-Maz, hold on. I think I got Sandman on finally.
Okay,
I think you
Sandman,
on, bro.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here. Like, yo, this is some bullshit, man. Like, they was sitting there telling me, oh, the call can't be completed as dialed. Please check your operator and call again.
It was definitely saying that.
Yeah, I'm bugging out like, what the fuck? I know damn well my damn bill is paid. Cut the shit. But anyway, it's not about me. It's not about me. It's all about, all right. SNS in the damn building, B.
Yeah, man. I'm just happy to kicking it with the fam, man. You know how I go.
Definitely, man. Like, sorry for my tardiness, but we definitely appreciate you being
I know the same thing. Nah, it's all love, man.
And blog talk, it's blog talk being blog talk, man. But nevertheless, we got everybody together on the mob table right now, so we gonna chop it up about some good hip hop going on for real. And we talking about right now. Before we even continue
on,
right, man. We building right now. We ciphering.
Yeah.
And anybody that want to join in, the call number is 1-619-924-0703. Don't get mad at me if you can't get through. Just send me some cash app, and I'll bring you on for a shout out next time.
And ignore the operator too. They'll sit there and say that, oh, the call can't be completed as dialed. Just ignore them. Just stay on the line. I don't know what's going on right now in Block Talk, but stay on the line, and eventually you will get patched through. And before we carry on, I just wanted to say one thing. You know what I mean? Happy birthday to Jakk Doe. You know what I'm saying? That's the bro right there. I know the bro forever. So a special happy birthday goes out to Jakk Doe.
Round of ovation for Jakk Doe, man. And putting this show together.
Yeah, big shout out to Jakk Doe, man.
Real good media personalities out there.
Yeah, man. Real good dude.
Yeah,
that
like,
how did y'all ended up clicking? Because it was like a while back. I think it was like, if I'm not mistaken, probably like last year. I seen them posting videos of you and shit, because you already know I know you from from going to see you at your shows and all that, and I know y'all separately, and I was like, yo, let me find out, you managing SNS now? And he put up the emoji. He put the emoji. So how did that come together?
I mean, well, I had did a show 2 years ago. Matter of fact, 2 years ago, I did the first show. I did it was a show in Brooklyn that I did for the kids, and it was for my guy Pooh Man. God bless his soul. Pooh Man just passed the other day, so God bless his soul.
Yeah, sorry to hear that, man. Definitely sorry to hear that.
Our condolences.
So rest in peace. Yeah, thank you, man. Rest in peace, Pooh Man. He had put together. It's crazy, you know what I'm saying? Because he really. I came for him. He came. You know what I'm saying? And Jakk Doe was just hosting at that point. Jakk Doe actually had me on the gram before that, and was he was commenting, show some love. I respond back, but I didn't know him too much. You know what I'm saying? So when I did that show, I spoke to him a little more. He didn't reach out then, but after, like, I guess he seen more of my stuff on the gram, and he just reached out, like, yo, he's like, yo, who manages you? And I told him my manager name is Mills. That's my right hand. That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But we come from the trenches. So he was just a guy that he is just a guy that just has great business acumen. He's not necessarily in the industry. He's from the streets like me, but he got great business acumen. And he knows one thing that I felt the quality was. He just knew how to talk to people, like 100%. Like, he knew how to talk to people, he knew how to engage, and people felt comfortable talking to him. And we got a lot of contact and built a lot of relationships with that. So that I'm kind of blessed to have a person with that type of tactic that he didn't even know that's a good tool to get him through the industry. He didn't know that. I had to kind of show him the game, basically, of what my pop showed me in the industry. I had to show him. You know what I'm saying? So, but he did well, very quick. But so then I told Jakk Doe, I was very honest with Jakk Doe. I just told him, like, yo, I'm showing, this is my manager at this point. I'm showing him the ropes at this point. You know what I mean? But we've been doing great ever since. He was like, yo, I don't want to step on nobody's toes, but I'd love to add my expertise. And he said, I don't even want to talk to you about nothing concrete yet, but I just want to show you. And then that's exactly what he did. You know what I'm saying? I always tell that story to people, because it's like he come from the type of areas we come from, but he definitely made it to where he's in a space where he can rub shoulders with these industry guys and really
definitely
you know what I'm saying, and really have that, like, and really stand stern, and of course you would want somebody to be able to do that, be able to be in that, because usually now you might get a manager that might just be 100% corporate or 100% industry, that he might not understand the type of vision that you come from and that you'll have. He might not see it that way, because
like basically he would just be about the business. He don't know about basically coming up in the hood, like when it comes to other managers. Not Jakk Doe, but yeah.
It's not even necessarily coming up in the hood. It's just more so, yes, that has to play a part, because that's where Jakk Doe comes from, and that's how he would relate to me. But he understood my vision of all things. He wasn't trying to keep up with the norm of the new norm. He wasn't trying to fit in with what's going on. He seen my vision. He knew I wanted to stand out, and he heard the music, and he was just sold. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna lie, like he he set up meetings before we even really was concrete as a manager. You know what I'm saying? And
so he had faith in you off the jump.
Absolutely, and it just showed me the man was a man of his word. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you lack. You don't see as much in the industry. Like, you know what I mean? People are not too many people. It's definitely some, but it's not too many where they're a man of their word. You know what I'm saying? So definitely. He was that off the jump, and that right there, I was sold then, but of course I had to still fill him out a little more. And I'm not gonna lie, we definitely built a dope bond. He definitely taught me a lot about like business. I didn't get that honestly from my pops. Like I didn't get the business acumen of it. I didn't get the business standpoint. I didn't get that, but I got it from him. And I kind of had it from something for myself, like just experience. Because a lot of stuff that I would take L's with, I was like, damn, this is. See, from now on, this is what we got to do. Like I would basically off of experience, just off lessons and losses that I done caught in the industry to know how to move business wise. So when he has so much of like, he's more experienced in that, and the way he imputed all the lessons on me, it just made me a better artist and made me a better businessman. So, you know what I mean? Like, I have to tilt my hat off to Jakk Doe for that. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, if you know him, you know he's a clever guy. You know what I mean? That guy's
them jokes be fine. He say with the jokes.
Yeah, he's a funny guy. But I like that. You know what I'm saying? He's not like Jakk Doe, man. Jakk Doe's a good guy. I thank God for putting that man in my life. If I had him when I was like, if I didn't even have him through Love Come Downtown. If I had Jakk Doe through Love Come Downtown, but you know what I'm saying? Like, so shout out to Jakk Doe, man. Happy birthday, big bro.
Definitely, man. And, you know, like you said, you know, the business of it, you know, and for a lot of young artists coming in, they're so consumed with the idea of celebrity and fame, you know, with their name, they don't understand all the nuances, you know, in terms of the business aspects, in terms of making sure you're publishing, you know, making sure how your shows are booked to know exactly what you're getting, you know, in terms of the business aspects of it, you know, because I remember what Red Cafe once said, shout out, you know, to Flatbush in Brooklyn, man, you know, and he was like, you know, you got to make the paperwork to make the paperwork. You dig? So
absolutely.
You know, so as you have come up in this era, because you know, we, you know, as us being older, we came up in an era where Rap City, you know, Your Own TV Raps, The Box, you know, those were.
I'm not gonna lie to you. To be honest, like I kind of.
Go ahead, yeah.
This is so crazy because this is my era. You feel me? But this would kind of be my generation. But I come up from the things you just named. You feel me? Like that's where I come up from. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like it's crazy. That's why I feel like I'm in that middle gap. Like you know what I mean? Like this would technically be my era, my generation. But like. I come up with all that like that, you know what I'm saying? Like all the MTV raps and the rap cities and all that. But go ahead, finish your sentence.
Would you say that you was one of those young niggas that wanted to be on the Freestyle Friday on 106 in Park?
Hell yeah. We all wanted to be there. We all wanted to go in there. Yo, bro, it's to the point where I made my own type of version of that in school and made people rap and battle and I would be the host and the battler.
Oh Lord.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I would be the host and the battler. Of course, I have other judges because I always wanted to be fair. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to just smoke you and you think I smoked you because I'm the host. Nah, if I got smoked, I got smoked. But luckily for me, that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I always wanted to be in Rap City, the basement. I always thought about that. Like, I always thought like, yo, when I get famous, rap, I'm gonna go kill the basement. I thought about that.
A lot of these rappers today, they terrified to step in that freestyle chamber though. I think that's why they probably had to X out that freestyle on
those
Rap
the
City
Lions
freestyle
right
period.
there. Those the Lions. They don't want them. They come on, man, because you don't got to do that right now to be popping. You don't got to do that to be a star. You don't got to have those type of qualities. You don't got to be a lyric. You think about it like this. You don't even really see Lyricist of the Year award, or it doesn't even mean as much of this generation. Like, you got the BET Hip Hop Awards who just brought that award back, but it doesn't even mean as much anymore. Like, it don't mean as much at all. Like, really, not anymore. It doesn't mean as much at all.
I'm glad you brought that up. Like, it's very interesting because you never really spoke about that. So when it comes to our previous guests, what do you think the Hip Hop Awards is lacking? Like, cause since you brought that up, like, what do you think is missing? Like, cause they did bring back the cipher and stuff like that when it comes to Hip Hop Awards. But what do you think is missing? What is that secret ingredient that'll make them go back to more viewership?
You know what's so crazy? I don't necessarily honestly think like because the last one that I did see was pretty good because now they putting the battle rappers on there as well. So now you not only is you getting battles, you getting ciphers too. But
right.
You know what it is? I just think the ever we not caring too much about TV award shows. We care about the end results. We don't care about watching it straight through. There's some people that will, and we'll get all the information from everybody else. Like, we'll hear it from everybody else and see it all on the gram and shit like that. And you know what I'm saying? And see everybody talking like that. We care about the gossip more, and I say we as in my generation, we just care about the gossip more than anything else. Like anything else, which is crazy, but
And to piggyback from that, I hear what you're saying because basically it's like, so like like with an award show, you want to see a show because keyword show. Like, I don't want to see you stand there and rap. I want you to bring lions and tigers on the stage. I want you to go ham, like especially if you're, what I'm saying? If your crew could afford it, go all out. You know what I'm saying? Don't just stand there and rap to me. I want to see a show.
That's the thing too. Matter of fact, that's what it is. I think that's what it is. I think that can
talk
help.
about the days,
Rappers,
the Rough Rider shows and all that back in the day.
Yeah, the rappers itself, not even just that, the rappers itself, when they perform, not all of them, some of them do though. I ain't gonna lie. On some of the shows, or some of the hip hop award shows, some of them do attempt to, when they perform, they create an experience. But you know what I'm saying? But not all of them. Some of them treat that shit like it's this they treat it like it's like it's a regular show that they do. Like they got like a regular show that they tour on. You know what I'm saying? You're not caring too much about
right.
You're right.
But let it be like the Grammys or something like that. That's when they want to go and just.
And that's whack. That's whack. Let me speak on that right there, because I'm glad you said that. That's whack. That's another reason why they not the BET Hip Hop Awards and the BET Awards period is not as big anymore, because the major artists who are Grammy nominated and stuff like that don't even go to those no more.
That's true.
They don't respect the BET Awards at all.
You're right though.
They're like, we'll accept this award on behalf of Jay-Z.
Yeah, like Jay don't even go to those. But I ain't gonna lie, Jay stopped going to the Grammys too, so I can't even be mad at the boy. He like, I ain't going to none of those no more.
But it's crazy, but it's crazy though, Wes, because what you were saying about the emphasis on award shows, because King and Sandman, myself, we remember them days going back to I think there are two of the iconic tours ever. Two of the iconic tours, award shows ever. Well, not award shows, tours ever. Tours. The Up in Smoke tour, 99 and 2000, and the Rough Riders Cash Money tour, 99, 2000. And of course, we can't forget the And we can't forget the Survival of the Fittest show tours from 1998 and 97. We can't forget those.
So what about the Rock the Mic tour?
Oh yeah, that too. Rock the Mic too, man. I mean,
hell yeah.
legendary.
Those like what, like 2000, 2001?
That's backstage, right? That's the backstage tour, right? That's where backstage movies on it. That's not.
Yeah,
that's
that was the backstage.
Tour, right?
Yeah, around that same time. Yep.
Yeah, that's classic right there. We gotta throw that in there. We gotta throw that. That was Jay-Z versus DMX Part 2 in the backstage. Yeah, we gotta throw that in there. That was Redman and Method Man. DMX.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bible.
Yeah. We gotta throw that in there.
But we're not gonna talk about them. We're not gonna. That's for another show. We're talking about you right now. This is your time. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
And speaking of you, congratulations on your movie. You know what I'm saying? The name of the movie. Let them know the name of the movie.
Well, the movie is called Love Me Now Before They All Love Me. Oh, yeah, most definitely. The movie's called Love Me Now Before They All Love Me. Now, it spawned from around 2017. 2017, I came out with a mixtape called Love Me Now Before They All Love Me. And it was simply, I chose the name because the name, at 2016, I felt like I was in like a standstill place in my career. And I felt like in the city, people was trying to cast me out. So and then I went through a lot of personal stuff where certain people I was even close to at that point was even turning their back on me and stuff like that. So it was real rough around those times. And this is literally months before Love Come Down come out. So they don't even know what's going to happen. So right before then, like I say, I'm about to drop this song called Back Talk. And once I drop this, I ain't looking back. And if I dropped it, Flex was playing it every day, sometimes twice a night. And then that made other DJs play it, and then I was starting to gain some super attraction, and I started seeing certain people trying to double back. Then Love Come Down dropped. And then I put the world in a frenzy.
Heavy.
And then I started seeing so many people double back, and then I started seeing new people who I used to try to get these people on a part of my campaign, and they didn't even want to help. And then they calling me. I didn't even have their numbers. So so at that time, I'm like, yo, man, like I don't like this double backing that's going on with the people. So I always, my cousin had a saying that he used to say when girls used to walk by and try to holler at them, and they ain't answer. He'd be like, "Love me now before they all do." And you know what I mean? So I just
I like that.
Yeah,
like
that's that New York shit, that Harlem shit.
That's that
Harlem.
Harlem.
That's definitely that Harlem lingo. I ain't gonna lie, that's slick talk. You know what I'm saying? So, but if he don't understand how many value, well, he do now, but at that time he didn't understand how much Love Me Now Before They All Love Me spoke volumes, like bigger than just you trying to holler at a girl and she don't answer. You know what I'm saying? It's to anybody that's trying to like do something with life and something that they got a passion for. And they of course, sometimes people don't even want to go to the people they love, but when they do, or the people they got love for, you know what I'm saying, and you see that they're not as supportive, or you even try to pitch this to not even people you do actually love, just the people that got business, and you try to pitch it to them, and they ain't on it right then and there. Tell them it's really a warning. It's love me now before they all love me, because when they all love me, I can't even really highlight your love at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's real.
When they all love me, I'm everybody's cousin. You know what I'm saying? When Love Come Down came out, I had so many new cousins. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of Love Come Down, like I didn't want to go that far ahead, but speaking of Love Come Down, like is that your highest viewed video on YouTube?
Yeah, that's my highest viewed video.
That's
I stopped promoting.
Yo, get us to the round of applause for that. Get us to the round of applause first of all. I'm gonna tell you why. Let's get a round of applause for that.
Cause that joint is a straight classic. Round of ovation for that.
Word.
Nah, I appreciate that right there. Nah, hey, you know what's so crazy? It's like it's one of those. Like I said, I'm an old soul, man. Like
that's what I'm saying. No,
it's
not only that. It's not only that, my dude. I'm gonna tell you why you need a round of applause for that shit, because you bring back two pastimes. when it comes to that track and when it comes to Getting Light. You know, getting light, that shit was, that shit was, it's old now. You can say it's old now because when's the last time motherfuckers really got light in the hallways?
In the city, because of Instagram, it's so many of it right now in the city. Like I think it's more popular now than it was. Yeah.
So it came back. Okay, because I remember it was like what
guys that said I could say that shed the light on it at this point because you got to understand, Kid the Wiz was on America's Got Talent. He was on America's Got Talent, and he went from New York all the way back to New York. He got eliminated when he got back to New York, but it was still a long road. He went from New York and advanced all the way till he got back to New York, and then doing life feed, doing that style. So you got to think how far that took, and then we had certain people that did records to where that's all New York knew to do, but I would say I think social media helped bring it back. And I think Love Come Down was one of those things that helped make it feel good again to do. Because I'm not gonna lie, I feel like before that record came out, people was in a lot of in the clubs. They was in their phones. That's what you're doing the whole time.
Yeah,
when you ain't really moving.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. Man, that's what I'm saying. You talking to the right one. The club died down after the whole Get Light era. That was around 2005, 2006. You know what I'm saying? Around that time, I say 2005, 2006 up to 2009, 2010, and then from there it kind of faded. Because the only reason I say 2009, 2010 is because Ron Brown had came out with Pop Champagne at that time, and that was a big record. Yeah.
And that was Lightfeet, the whole Lightfeet culture. They all danced to that. And then Jim Jones had Dancing on Me with Webstar, and they used to dance to that. So those was 09, 010. That was 09, 2010. And then from there, it became a battle scene for the most part. It became a battle scene for years. After that, from 2010 up, all the dancers that was even at that movement at that point, they was battling each other. So it wasn't a lot of stuff when Light Feet was popular,
basically that's what Getting Light was. Yeah, Getting Light was. You see the old because a lot of people don't know because we from New York and all that. You feel me? So a lot of people don't know what Getting Light means. Getting Light is how motherfuckers was doing break dancing and breaking and shit like that back in the day, and it's basically more modern.
Yeah, I would say that. I would say that mixed with a little it's an offspring of what the chicken noodle soup and the Harlem Shake gave to us. You know what I'm saying?
It's definitely that. Definitely that. Shouts out to Bianca too. Man, cool. Shouts out to Bianca.
Big shouts to Bianca. You know what I'm saying? That's my homegirl for life. You know what I'm saying? Shouts to Bianca. She's definitely one of the pioneers for this culture because the Harlem Shake was one dance craze, and then after that, the chicken noodle soup was another dance craze. These are both dance crazes that originated in Harlem, of course. After the chicken noodle soup, people started doing moves with the chicken noodle soup. So then there's a person that was on the song Chicken Noodle Soup called AG, the Voice of Harlem. And AG, Voice of Harlem, had the term called light feet. That's what made everybody even start having a term. That's what you were doing at that point because they didn't know what it was anymore because it wasn't just the chicken noodle soup. People had moves to them. So now it's more than that. So he coined the term getting light feet. He's the pioneer. He's the founder of that. From there, it became popular because it wasn't just people battling. They would do it in parties. They would do it at basketball games. They would do it they cook out because we ain't got wives. You know what I mean? No, I'm not gonna lie, that's where we would, bro. That's where we know that's where I would go to for the Love Come Downs, the Ain't Nobodies from Shaka Khan and all that, and then I Just Want to Thank You from Alicia Myers. Those records. Cookout records, Summertime, Harlem, cookout records. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I know it. So to flip it,
Harlem and Summertime goes together like peanut butter and jelly.
Absolutely. So I'm just privileged to say. And you know what? I ain't gonna lie. When Love Come Down did for me, I never really had a young fan base. You know that with the kids, I never for middle schools and stuff in elementary schools, I used to turn down those shows because my records was too mature for them, and no matter whether it was the clean version or not, the message is still there. So
right.
I didn't want to perform those for them. You feel me? But then Love Come Down gave me the record to do that. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple other few records kind of in that vibe, but Love Come Down is the spearhead of that, and it helped me get that type of fan base as well. Plus, a fan base much older than me and even my father's era. You know what I'm saying? So it's it bridged that gap to where now that fan base, look, when they listen to more of my music and they hear the substance, now they locked in with me because they probably think off the rip, you probably one of these new type of rappers who just want to auto-tune your life away. I don't want to listen to you. You know what I mean? But when they listen and then they get in tune with more of the music, they like, oh nah, this kid's special. So I got them locked in. So I know I might be one of those guys that come in the game and have a wide range of a fan base because, you know what I mean, I'm able to give every era and anybody really a favorite SNS record. That's the real goal. I want everybody just to have at least one favorite SNS record, and let two different people argue with which record they feel is better between the records.
And as you said, as some of the new rappers get so maligned for, as we call mumble rap or, just lack of real substance, how does that feel to know that you have successfully bridged the gap between the older and the younger, especially with the older crowd? Because, and we talk about it on this show all the time about how with hip-hop, we seem to be the only genre, the only culture that tries to tell older heads that they can't enjoy it, when the reality is, hip-hop is for everybody to enjoy, no matter what age.
And we talk, you got to think about it, there's people that still tour. Big Daddy Kane still does shows. Rakim still does shows.
Right.
And these are guys before my era, you know what I mean, before Jay-Z's era. So that is Jay-Z's era of him coming up and watching those guys. So it's you know what I mean, everybody has their own, their fan base, even the artists that grown up, they're gonna grow with you. Especially and if you're delivering new music that kind of feels, whether it feels nostalgic or not, if your fan base love it, then you got a career here. You know what I'm saying? For me, for the generation, definitely. I don't like the term. I don't like this. I definitely know the term and understand and call certain artists mumble rappers, but I feel like that term gets thrown around loosely, and I feel like the younger generation and the older generation need more understanding of each other because they don't understand how hypocritical each of them sound. When they have these disagreements with each other, if everybody just understood history of this shit, they would all right. Boom. The older generation don't like the new generation's fashion choices.
Right.
I never liked Digital Underground's fashion choices.
But the thing though, I never seen Speech. Hey, check it. I never seen Speech wear a dress though. That's the thing. That's that'd be the main gripe.
I've seen Tupac in a Speedo when he was Digital Underground. I kept that. I used to keep that picture in my phone.
I believe you. I believe you.
I used to keep that picture in my phone for conversations like this with people that used to bring up Pop Lee and bring up newer rappers, and I'd be like, yo, bro, this is your man right here. He has a bucket hat on with nothing else on, and he has a tiger
Yo, King, where you at? Yo, tell you something about your boy, yo. Where you at?
I'm just, yo, you can Google this. You can Google that. You can go Google that. I seen that myself and lost my mind. And then,
nah, I believe you because, you know, around that time, especially when it came to Speedos and shit, like, a lot of motherfuckers used to, I wasn't one of them, but a lot of motherfuckers used to wear that shit, like, if they was fit. Like, if they was fit and all that shit.
Shoot. Man, everybody catches the L and Pop caught one that day.
Y'all wasn't fans of Prince? Don't tell me y'all wasn't fans of Prince.
Of course. I seen them wearing the miniskirt. I seen them wearing the miniskirt in the picture. Like, Prince, he you know, like the ass cheeks out the jeans. But, you know, like what I say, you know what it is? You know what it is? I want to say something real quick. This is what I want to say real quick. You know what it is? Like us, especially as artists, we learn to separate the art from the man or the woman. You know what I'm saying? We learn to separate that shit. Like,
how do you do that?
Yeah, like, yeah, this motherfucker may be a fucked up human being, but I love this damn song right here.
It's like you're right.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
We can all agree on that.
I'm gonna tell you a difference. I'm gonna tell y'all a difference though.
I know R. Kelly is canceled right now, but I'm
oh boy, here we go. I know R. Kelly's gonna come back. I know R. Kelly's gonna come in the picture.
I'm sorry. I know he's canceled right now, but I'm still gonna bump step into the name of love. I'm not.
You damn right.
In the closets, 1 through 100. I don't give a damn.
You damn right.
Me.
I told the same thing. I told the same thing to my lady.
12 play away. 12
you
play
did. I told the
away.
same thing to my lady, B. I'm like, fuck that. Like, my lady's like, yo, we playing R. Kelly up at my house. I'm like, yo, look here, babe.
Bro, you know,
I understand this dude is fucked up.
What wedding have you been to? What wedding have you been to that they ain't playing R. Kelly at? Like, what wedding have you been to that, like that they ain't playing R. Kelly? Because I've never been to
what graduation you been to when they play I Believe I Could Fly?
My graduation, they played I Believe I Could Fly. So No, I'm lying. They played the world's greatest, and at that time, he had a sex tape out, and they didn't care.
Yo, you stupid. They used to play that shit at every graduation when that song first came out.
When I got on graduation, I had to sing the world's greatest, and on the radio, they were screaming the world's rapist. So I've been back. I've been bumping R. Kelly, and I'm not gonna stop just because y'all canceled him.
I will say this. If you gonna have me singing R. Kelly, and you gonna give me your diploma, I better have gloves on.
Oh, Lord.
You say you got piss stains all on the diploma?
Yo.
Oh, man.
I ain't doing it. There's certain things that got to come with it.
Hey, but this one, that's the only, I ain't gonna lie, R. Kelly's like the only exception where I can literally separate. But see, that's different because if I don't like the way you dress and stuff like that, I'm not going to like your music videos like that neither because you in them. And then I'm not going to want to see you perform because you're going to dress like that in real life. I'm not going to like you.
Nah, I think, you know what it is, though? The difference between a lot of these guys today, you know, because, you know, Prince and Pac and all them guys, they dress very eccentric. I even throw Andre 3000 in the mix.
Yeah,
at the end of the day, I ain't never seen that.
Andre 3000
that motherfucker,
before.
God. This dude, his color scheme is camel throw up.
At the end of the day, I ain't never heard none of these dudes refer to their homeboys as they bae.
Hey, are you right? You didn't hear people refer to them as they bae, but you definitely heard Biggie Smalls tell a girl she looks so good she'd do something to somebody
else. We can go all day when it comes to Biggie saying some crazy shit. It's like when he said, what other shit he said? He would fuck with Paul before he fucked
crazy Biggie line? No way.
He said, I fucked with Paul before I fucked the person he had escape bitches.
Nigga, you lost your mind.
Like, damn.
Yes, he did.
Hey, if that's what he wants to do, that's what he wants to do.
About, Biggie? No, see that? Hey, listen, man.
I was like this, y'all. I was like this.
Nigga, please.
Yeah, he's always going to come with Biggie saying crazy shit.
But you know what's crazy though?
That's what I'm saying.
It's crazy though when you deal with
the
certain
whole
artists.
Young Thug thing. I understand, but we not gonna do that if we ain't penalize Biggie not at all. Yo, there's people there's people in y'all generation that call a nigga that said that the best rapper of all time. I will never say. I love Biggie's music, but I will never say that the best rapper of the best rapper of all time said you look so good that he will suck on another nigga. No way. I'll never say that. Never. I'll never say that. I don't even get the punch until this day in 2019. I still don't even get the punch.
Like basically, the reason why he said that was a Richard Pryor joke from one of his stand-up comedies.
You know, Richard
it was a metaphor off the Richard Pryor stand-up.
Is that true?
Huh?
Did Richard Pryor used to say? Yeah, did Richard Pryor used to say he used to do some funny things on crack? Didn't he say something like that before?
Yeah,
funny things like
that.
Well, Richard, the thing is,
it depends on what you're saying.
Well, I got this. Well, the one thing about it, Richard did, and Richard talked about this a couple times. Now, it is true, and a lot of people, this is not talked about widely. Richard did have a fling, a couple flings with some transvestites, back in the day. He just said he stopped doing it because this is true.
Yeah.
This is actually true. This did happen.
Well, he said that himself, though. He said he had a boyfriend.
I heard Eddie Murphy did that, too.
Yeah, and also, too, but Richard also revisited it. For all our listeners, if you've never watched the Showtime documentary on him, Omit the Logic, it's a great watch because it really goes into the rabbit hole with Richard on a lot of things. And that time, I believe it was a show he was doing in Hollywood for a benefit, and they talked about it where he kind of started going nuts, where he started talking about, I sucked a little cock once, and then that's where he just started going crazy. Yeah. And he just, so it's like,
Richard
was out there. Richard was out there.
Biggie was a wild boy for that. He was spicy. Biggie was spicy.
But other than that, look here, B. It's not all about them right now. We're talking about SNS right now, B. That's for another show. Let's not get too far off topic.
I was basically saying,
and we appreciate you building with us. We definitely appreciate you building with us.
100%, man. The pleasure's all mine, man. You know what I mean? I just, not to get off no topic. I just basically want to be that bridge in that gap and be the one that could say stuff like this, because a lot of the new generation don't know that type of stuff. Don't have that knowledge. They don't know. Like they don't. And what's so crazy is. And the reason why I'm saying the generational gap is because wives need to be more understanding within each other. Is because even with the new guys, I argue with my little brother all the time. My little brother talks about all the new guys, and he'll be giving me stats as if this was never done before. Like, yo, bro, God playing with Diamond. I say, yo, bro, Eminem went Diamond about 3 times, and so did 50. So, yo, bro, what are you? And this is when y'all couldn't stream. So that you like, and we had that argument because because the expectation is so low in this generation. Like, all right, boom. Jim Jones.
I would say this before you even go on. I would say this. Hear me out. Before you even go on, that argument is always going to have to be had before the end of time, because like how we argue, it's like how we used to argue with the youngins. Or we argue with our elders. Our elders will argue with their elders. Their elders will argue with their elders when it comes to music. You know what I'm saying? Like, they all said the same thing.
I don't front on my OGs. Like I don't front on the older generation as far as like I front on the older gen. I don't front on the legend. I front on the has-been, but I don't front on the legend. You know what I'm saying? It's two different things. It's two different things. You know what I'm saying? You got some guys. You got some guys that who think they know it all, and you didn't even have a lengthy career like that. And then why would I listen to you? Why would I listen to you? Your stats is horrible. Why would I listen to you? But but the legends you listen to more because they got a lot to show for it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where the new even the generation now of the young guys, they need to see it before they actually hear it come out somebody's mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't. It's a perception game, and not only that could be a gift and a curse with this generation. Because you have artists that's able to, fake sales, fake streams, fake views to get in. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah. And if done correctly, it can work for them. You know what I'm saying? So, for me, I like to take a little of both because they both matter. I appreciate some of the new traditions in this game because it helps for better business. For the fact of like, boom. At a point in time, you had to go get it. You actually needed a label to come out with an actual album and stuff like that, and to reach the masses and stuff like that. Now, in this generation, you don't really need that, and that's the blessing in that because that helps. Like me, I have fan bases outside of New York. If I would have came out in 2005, I couldn't do that as an up-and-coming artist. I would have to literally travel to these places and you know what I'm saying, to establish some type of fan base out there.
You have to put them on football.
But the thing that I do that I use for the older generation to this generation is I'm more hands-on because I come from an era of people that were more hands-on and get like even delivering the projects. Like as of right now, me, I have an album called Streets Need Soul that's out right now, right? Boom, I dropped it same day as the movie Love Me Now Before They All Love Me, just to create an experience. So it don't look like it's just like, oh, I'm just dropping an album, and just because you guys are already fans of me, you should just tune in just off the strength of that. No, sometimes you want to give your fans the experience to share with you. You'll have a lot more to talk about than just the music.
And that's the thing too about the movie. Like, I love how it was shot. Who was the director and the how did that all come together? Because I love how it was shot. It was short and sweet. It got straight to the point. You basically, we knew what the movie was all about. And in a way, it reminded me a little bit like on some Trust Groove type shit, but like when it comes to rapping, I said when it comes to rapping, but you know what I mean. It was like, because, everybody just coming together. Everybody just coming together and rapping. And I don't want to, like, spoil too much, but I remember, like, with the one scene when you guys was in the hallway, you know what I'm saying, having a cypher spitting bars. Yeah. I didn't do shit like that in, like, forever. Because they used to shut that shit down in the Bronx. They just shut that shit down in the Bronx. Like, niggas be in the hallway rapping, here come the cops.
You seeing me saying, you seeing me narrate, of course. Like, I had to add that in because that's real New York City shit. If it's too much of a crowd, somebody's calling the cops. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm glad you said that because, like, you know what I mean? Especially when you think about it, like, when you got a movie that's based on, rap and hip-hop and you coming up, I feel like, to be the overall pack rapper, just like we said earlier, you gotta have at least that little skill in you. You know what I'm saying? And what better way to showcase that than ciphers? You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely had to have that a part of the movie. But let me ask you a question too: was it funny to you? Was it funny? Did that surprise you of how funny it was?
Yo, the funny part, I don't want to give too much of the movie out, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want me to talk about the funny part, it's up to you.
Yeah, no, it don't matter. It don't matter.
All right, the funniest part, basically is when you went out to get the deals and shit. And, basically this dude, Jakk Doe, had the cameo. He was like, yo, I ain't gonna lie. this shit is trash. You need to do something with your hair, something. You need to dye your hair blonde, but do something with your hair.
That's like a little example of what's going on in the game right now, of what the label execs are saying right now.
And the other dude with the fro, he had like the mini fro, and he was saying like basically he played like 10 songs, and I didn't like none of them. Like I heard Popeyes is hiring, like he was just going in.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like, I just felt like that was definitely a dope. It helps, that's when they doubt me. That's the part where they doubt it. You know what I'm saying? So not to give no more of the movie away, but it's like, it's really one of those where I just wanted to make my own, like, kind of like Get Rich or Die Trying type of vibe, where you see I'm going through trials and tribulations. Basically, like what I said. With how I came up with the movie, so to speak, like in the album name. Basically, you know what I'm saying, going through those trials and tribulations in real life and with this music stuff, and then, having that hurdle, just jumping over that hurdle, and then having all of those, and then, I cheated because I got the connections. I could throw in, certain special people in there, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I always give out when you go see the movie, you see the special people that's in there.
Yeah, some cameos up in there. Definitely got some cameos.
Definitely got some cameos, you know what I mean? And definitely just to make it look like, oh, he's getting lit too now right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's getting lit too now. So it's like,
who directed the movie? Because I love the flow.
So the directors is A Creative Flow. That's they're pretty new. They have a web series that they put together called Bum Rush that they had me a part of on the second season. So when I was on, they asked me to be a part of it on the second season. That was like literally the first time I acted. Period. No. Matter of fact, before that, my homegirl, she had a series called Juicy that I was a part of. So that gave me like a little. That's when I did this little acting more. Then when I did Bum Rush, I had more scenes to where I was acting, and people, my dedication to the script and all that, they really felt like I had like a little, I had like potential in the acting. And I never really was an actor. So when they said that to me, I'm like, yo, I really want to come up with my own movie. You know what I'm saying? And by that time, when I came out with the project, they was on board. I seen their quality. I'm like, oh nah. I'm seeing the quality for the second season of the series. I'm like, y'all gotta do my movie, man. Y'all gotta do my movie. And y'all coming up. I could have went to somebody. Yeah, cause I could have went to somebody with a name, but what for? If they just as talented as you, and they don't even, you know what I mean? They on a come up. I would love to be a part of that, you know, be a part of that success story. You know what I mean? So it was a new experience for both of us to do that. So that was what was dope for me. And then I love the fact that you even brought up the quality and just the whole dynamics of the movie in itself, because we definitely got to give a lot of credit to them. A Creative Flow. They definitely put their all into it, you know what I'm saying? Because we definitely had a couple dates on this, but we really kept pushing it back because we really wanted this shit to really, really, really not be at least close to perfect. You know what I'm saying? You know, nothing's perfect, but at least close to perfect. You know what I'm saying? To where it isn't too drawn out lengthwise. It's kind of straight to the point. It's 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Perfect timing. To where you might even want to watch it again because sweet. You know what I mean? I feel like sometimes when it's short and sweet, it brings more replay value. Like, that's what even kind of stopped me from even going, like, when I drop my project, I'm not even at 16 songs no more. I used to be 16, 17 songs. Now I'm at 10, 11, or 12, like, because I just feel like it helps for more replay value now. And the list and the attention span in this generation is a lot shorter. So I don't even want to even waste so much music on the fans when they're not even, you know what I mean? They're not going to pay attention. So making it short and sweet, I definitely call for replay value.
Definitely
agree on that.
No, yeah,
so,
man. So,
you know what I'm saying, before we let you go and all that, y'all got any questions, as to SNS? Because we about to warm up the hot seat real quick. So I know SNS got some balls real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
The
that's
fucking
yeah, but I
want to
shoot him. I wanted to ask him about the track that he did, the Max B vibes, and we want to know like Max B's impact in Harlem, man, like because he was such a trendsetter, man. It's just unfortunate that he got caught up in the mix.
Hey, let me tell you something. You see what Gucci is to Atlanta?
Mhm.
That's exactly what Max B is to Harlem. In a nutshell. You know what I'm saying? Like he never really had a chance to reach mainstream status, but his mixtapes and his consistency forced us to love him. And you know, he was early with the melodic rapping wave, you know what I'm saying? Kind of birthed a lot of what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? And he had the Harlem drill. Like he was one of the first rappers doing the BB Simon and that all of the like the glistening belts that the rappers wearing right now. You know what I'm saying? So he was one of those guys doing that. He you know, of course created the term wavy, you know what I mean, coined that, you know what I mean? And he's another slick talker, you know what I'm saying? And his contribution just to the street for his music was just heavy, you know what I'm saying? And of course he went to jail. I think having French out and reaching that mainstream status even helped shed the light on Max even more and made us even really realize how dope he was. And now that he's getting ready to come home, it's dangerous. It's going to be dangerous because people don't. I'm a big Max fan, so people don't understand. But Max, when he come home in this generation, it's gonna be like taking candy from a baby because he's coming home to basically a style that he kind of coined. So, and they don't understand his selection of music was so diverse. He could do a song with Meek to turn around to do a song with Drake, to turn around and do a song with Young Thug, and then turn around and do a song with Rihanna. That's the type of artist Max B is.
Hey, you know you're gonna do a song with all of them too.
Yeah,
he just named his own playlist just now when he come home.
I feel like he is. I feel like that. I definitely feel like he is. And I promise
he's the hottest free agent right now.
Yeah, man. But hey, look, it's gonna be that's gonna get that shed light on New York rap period because he come home, the Smurters come home. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a good look for New York. We already rocking, but you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say we in the forefront yet. Atlanta's still rocking us. Atlanta's still forced to be reckoned with. They still top dogs to me right now.
And he even put out a mixtape today, and he still sounds fresh behind the pen.
Yes, man. He didn't miss a step, man. Free Max B, man, because when he come home,
definitely, man.
Yo, not just New York, Connecticut. Oh my God, his fan base in Connecticut treats him like he's from out there. Him and French always had like a strong CT fan base as well as New York.
Yeah.
So when he comes, he's gonna.
Especially
Max
both
is
of them.
gonna win.
They bros. Him and French.
Absolutely. So when I came out with Max B vibes, it was more so because like I was already having melodic type of style in records, and people would give me like, "Yo, bro, you sound like Max right here," and they was like, "Nah, it's a good thing because we don't hear that right now." You know what I'm saying? Like, so when people gave me that vibe, because I'm gonna come clean. When I was first starting, I wasn't making hooks like that. My pops actually had to force me to make hooks because I would make my own beats at that time, and all my beats had samples on them. And my pops like, "Yo, bro, we can't clear all this. You gonna have to make some hooks." So I would listen to Max, 50 Cent, Fabulous, and Biggie when it came to hooks, and I just wanted. I always liked to. I can give you the regular ones, the ones without me being melodic, but the melodic ones that I do is a little more soulful. I play with the tune every now and then, but it's once in a blue because people know I don't do auto-tune. So when I do it, it comes off fire, and I want you to appreciate when I do it. So I don't oversaturate you with that shit. Because, yo, bro, I done been in so many studios now in this generation where they already got the auto-tune on for you because they think that's what you're going to do.
They should have on preset.
On preset. Queued up, ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So I had to, when I came out with the vibe, when I came out with the Max B vibes, I played it for a lot of people around him first. I played it for his baby moms. I played it for his aunt. I played it for his cousins. They gave me the thumbs up for that, and they seen how I turned up with it, and they seen on other records where I got this melodic vibe, and they like, yo, like my man his cousin Top Black hit me not too long ago and say, yo, when Max come home, we coming for you. Like, so it's like, you know what I mean? I don't know what that means, but I'll be waiting.
There you go. That's what we're gonna label this video when we put it on YouTube. Max B said he's coming for. You already know. That's gonna be the title of the video. Max B coming for SNS.
Yeah, but yeah,
we're gonna get that clickbait popping over there.
You gonna get that clickbait popping right now. You know what I mean? Free Max B, man.
Straight
Free Max B. Whoa.
Free the wave.
Free the wave, man. 100%. You know what I'm saying? But definitely, everybody get this album, Streets Need Soul. It's out now on all streaming platforms. Go look at that movie.
Right.
Love Me Now Before They All Love Me. It's on YouTube right now.
Yes.
You spell love with L-U-V, not L-O-V-E, L-U-V. And, you know what I mean? Go tune in, man. I got the Shake It video is about to pop off. It's coming very, very soon. I got some other videos in the tuck. So just get ready. I got so much. I'm in the best shape of my life right now, man.
That's what it is.
You know what I'm saying? We was ending it off with some bars, right? We had some bars. That's what we was doing.
Yeah, you ready for the hot seat? Yeah, we're gonna throw you on the hot seat real quick. Basically, just do what you do. You ready right now?
Yeah, let's get it.
Acapella, no beat.
We got a little
Acapella, no beat.
on Off the Cuff Radio. We got my man SNS in the building right now. We're gonna drop some bars. Drop a bomb on him.
Mm-hmm.
Wait till he drop the
Live
ball.
from the 212. Mm-hmm. Live from the 212, nigga, who are you? It's so many two-faced niggas, I don't know who to shoot. Niggas silly, I don't follow loops. Boy, I am the loop. Tell them guys I said they more waste than hula hoops. Bunch of hoolies with me. Talk how your fam leaking. Bunch of K's all around like a clan meeting. Better pocket loot. In my hood, Glock to shoot. Young and 13 to find a steal and turn pot for juice. All these suckers is either runners or undercovers. I make them suffer. Got OGs looking like up-and-comers. These stupid niggas useless. They need more than God. They love the gram like the way they love their mother's lawn. Stay up on the ground while these niggas slipping. Hoes up on the line trying to be a victim. Hoes give X's and O's like the weekend. No matter what the weather is, this is icy season, homie. All that talking that you doing, you ain't built, nigga. Once you leave the table, your seat to get filled, nigga. Me and my niggas, field niggas, ain't real niggas. Diesel gun, pull it like Kazam. I should kill niggas. Get them out of my way. A whole lot of cash I can make. I run up in your trap. I need the code of the safe. My dogs in the field, whipping cookie, moving milk. Bunch of cats, they get pilled. Irish dress, you get killed. Front of the damn song, that'll leave your man gone. Freaky holy 357s just like he Cameron. Ice got a Ruger, and holding for the illest reasons. Sonny got a 40 cal, show them niggas killer season. It's the fraud and like you reckless on your block. Pointing niggas out in lineups and confessing to the cops. You snitch ways and you chick made, call that Tyler Perry. Cooking like it's culinary, blowing down a lot of berries. Look, I done broke bread with the wrong ones. I done gave money to the wrong bums. I'm just trying to grind hard and get my stacks up. Put these niggas back up. You know my racks up. Gang, nigga.
Yeah.
Drop the ball. Drop the swing.
And I was just punching.
Yeah. All right.
You know what I mean? I'm just having some fun, man.
Yo.
I'm just having some
let the
fun.
motherfuckers know, B, where they can find you at. That's it.
Hey, man, first of all, big shout out to Off the Cuff Radio, OTC. You know the fucking vibes. You know what I mean? Follow me. You know what I mean? Follow me on all social media at SNS_ICGang. That's SNS_ICYGANG. You know what I mean? Search me up, SNS, on all streaming platforms. Again, the album Streets Need Soul is out now on all streaming platforms. The movie Love Me Now Before They All Love Me is out now. And then we working. Off the Cuff Radio. You know, this is coming soon, man. And get these gems for free. We just gave y'all some gems for free. Listen up, young niggas.
Good looking out, bro. We got bills over here.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's get it.
For the Harlem stand up, B. You know what I'm saying? Harlem ain't all about, you know what I'm saying, ain't all about fashion. Niggas got Boss Sue out there. You know what I'm saying?
100%. We spitters over here. We spitters. We got the spirit. And people should know that, man. If y'all follow that battle, if y'all follow the battle culture, the URL culture, you know what I mean? You know the pioneers of that. You know where they come from,
yeah.
man. You know where the Loaded Luxes, Murder Mooks come from, man. Charlie Clips come from, man. You know,
Loaded Lux, his little brother Boosie, that's my guy right there. Well, from Marble Hill, from Murder Hill, like. Mm-hmm. I'm from around that area.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Okay. Yeah,
Forget about it.
What's up, man? We got that connection going down.
Yeah, 100%, man. Harlem in this, man. I'm from the west side of Harlem, too.
Yeah.
The west side, the best side, the fresh side. You know what I mean?
Shit. Well, we definitely appreciate you coming on the fucking show, man. Like, this shit was awesome. Us chopping it up and all that. And... just let us know when you want to come back on, or we reach back out to you and we chop it up again when we have that new project coming out for 2020.
Oh yeah, of course. New material coming up. We're gonna definitely have another. Sit down. Of course. I'm locked in. Every time I got some stuff coming up, you know what I mean. I'm gonna hit y'all up. So it's game time.
That's what's up, man. Big shout to Jakk Doe, man, for letting this thing go down, man.
Once again, happy birthday, Jack.
Oh yeah. Definitely. And we're gonna need we coming out with the new mixtape too, so you know what I mean, hit up.
Oh y'all need an exclusive record because we got tons of those.
Yeah, we need a biscuit. We need a burnt biscuit.
Exactly.
Ice pick type music.
We got.
We trying to leg drop motherfuckers, B. We stay coming out with the mixtapes when it comes to underground niggas.
I got a ton of ammunition in the tuck, man. I got a ton of them. A ton of those in the tuck. I'm in the studio right now. I got a ton of those in the tuck. Ain't about nothing. Let me know when y'all need it and all the let me know the specifics and all that, and we in it. We locked in.
For sure.
Say no more.
You know what I mean?
No more.
Man, I appreciate y'all for having me, man.
No doubt, brother. Man. I'm gonna definitely keep in touch with you, man.
Hey, most definitely. Hey, keep in touch with me. I appreciate all y'all for having me. You hear me?
Appreciate you so much, man. Thank you.
Word.
Hey, man, much love.
Shots go out to Harlem and the Icy Gang out there, B. You know, that's my guy right there. SNS is a real cool dude, B. You know what I'm saying? Like, he do good performances and all that. He stay about his grind.
You need that in hip hop, man. Cause especially when we in the land of hip hop, where it's bread and circuses all day. You need somebody to just focus more on the music, pretty much. But this is a crazy story I want to share with y'all before we leave.
Yeah.
We got about 15 minutes spare. And it ain't about Wack. Wack got enough attention as it is. So, but this story
have you ever gave him the guillotine before? Wack? I don't think you ever given the guillotine before. We never gave Wack the guillotine before, yo. He's really.
No, we haven't.
Go ahead. Say what you're going to say.
But this story here, before we get on that, this is a wild one right here, man. Obi Trice got arrested for a felony assault and shot his girlfriend's son in the groin.
Yeah, they said apparently, now this is where the situation gets crazy because apparently there was already a protection order against him with her. So, I mean, he violated that. He went to see her. Some type of altercation physically ensued. her son tried to break it up, and that's when he got shot.
Damn. And thing is, you got to call Marshall.
It sounded like, you know, basically son tried to protect his moms, and unfortunately he got shot.
Yeah, because the report here said that Obi has been allegedly drinking all day and got a physical altercation with his girlfriend. The girlfriend, 18-year-old son, didn't intervene, and Obi went to get his gun. A struggle ensued over control of the weapon, and it went off, striking the son in the groin. He suffered a fractured pelvis because of the bullet.
Oh man, God. That's serious. That's serious.
What the fuck, son?
And you look at this nigga,
can we give
this dude? It look crazy.
Oh, he's definitely getting the chopping block, because let's really be real. I remember from back then, you know, like around 2006, I think, when this dude Obi Trice, you know, after he came out with that track with him and Nate Dogg or whatever, I forgot the name of that track.
Yeah.
That shit was fire.
The setup, yeah.
Remember, after that, he had got shot.
Yeah, he got shot in the head. Dude's rolled. Yeah, he got shot in the head.